It's the last one, at least for this unit. This is the last video and lesson for Unit 3 of Algebra 1. Thank you for joining us. Let us dive in. This is going to be a relatively short one. We're going to look at one problem type. We're going to look at two examples, and then we're going to be through. So we're looking at direct variation problems, direct variation equation. I think the easiest way to explain this is going to be by looking at an example. This type of example, this type of problem is really, really common. You will see this and this again. You'll see this concept embedded in other things. So let's take a look at the example. Suppose y varies directly as x and y equals 72 when x equals 8. We're going to write a direct variation equation that relates x and y, and then we're going to use the equation to find x when y equals 63. Oh my gosh, I give up. So many things. We're going to break it down into basically three parts. It's not going to be hard. We got this. It's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're going to start with this first part at the beginning. Right? This first part says, suppose that y varies directly as x. This guy right here. So what we're going to do, that's where we write the direct variation equation. So that's going to go with this part. So y varies directly with x. Now, where'd the k come from? So the k is the constant of direct variation. Is that what the book is? Yeah, constant of variation. So the k stands for the constant of variation. Okay, so every time where we see blankety blank varies directly as another blankety blank, then this is the equation we're going to set up. So y varies directly as x. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use these bits up here to find, because we need to figure out what this constant is. Right, so we need, because we don't know, right? There's too many letters. We need to get rid of some of the letters. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to plug in these guys right here, this one and that one, right? So we're going to plug in 72 and we're going to plug in 8 because it says that y is 72. Don't know what happened there. Y is 72 when x is 8. Okay? So that equals, so 72 equals k, some sort of constant, times 8. So how would we solve for k? Well, 8 is multiplied times k. So to get rid of it, what are we going to do? We're going to divide it, right? We're going to divide 8 on both sides. 72 divided by 8 is 9, right? Because 9 times 8 is 72. I didn't have to double check that. You try doing it live on camera. It's not exactly live, but it kind of is live the way I'm doing it these days. 9, these cancel, k equals 9. All right, so our equation then is y equals 9x. Blapo. So there's the equation. That's the first bit. The second bit is we need to find x when y equals 63. Now, you might have already guessed how to do that bit. We're going to find x when y equals 73. That's going to be no big deal because all we got to do is plug in a 63 for the y, and then we're going to solve for x. So to solve for that, we're going to divide both sides by 9. This one, it cancels, leaving us with just an x by itself. I probably better not do that. Move it over the other side. I don't want to be confusing. 7 equals x. And the last thing we're going to do is we are going to switch those around and say that x equals 7. That's easy peasy. So let's walk through that one more time. Make sure that we get that, because these steps are always the same on these direct variation problems. So we're going to walk through another example to make sure we got that, right? So here's another equation, or excuse me, another problem. Same idea, different numbers. Suppose y varies directly as x. Y varies directly as x. There's our starting place. And y equals 98 when x equals 14. So we need to solve for that constant of variation, right? So we're going to divide by 14. Those 14s cancel out. And then 98 divided by 14 is 7, right? So K equals 7. I flipped that around too early. Hope that didn't freak you out. If it did, let me know in the comments or in class, and I'll quit doing that, and I'll make sure to do that last bit, that last little flippity-floppity, and write it out explicitly. But I think you got it. But if not, let me know. I'd be happy to fix that for you. So there's our constant of variation. So our equation then is y equals 7x. So that's the first part, the answer to the first part of our problem. And then we got to find x when y equals -4. So we're going to plug a -4 in for y equals 7x, and we're going to solve for x. So to solve for x, we're going to divide by 7. Divide by 7. Those cancel out. Now this time, we've got a fraction. That's okay. Fractions are just numbers. X equals -4 over 7. -4/7. That's it. That's how to solve a direct variation equation problem. That's all for this lesson. That's all for this unit. If you're one of my students, look forward to a test or some such nonsense coming up soon. If you're not one of my students, thank you for joining me. Let us know what else we can help you with down in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to check out what else we're doing, you can check it out at emberlearninglabs.com. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.